Hello and welcome to my dark bike ride. I'm a man wearing a flannel and a wool watch cap. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Crocs. That's not true at all. Today we're going to be talking about the Softstar PRIMAL RunAmoc. This is a good shoe. It's a really good shoe. Who's such a good shoe? Who's such a good shoe? Oh, that's a good boy. Oh, who likes a belly rub? Who likes a good belly rub? Oh, are you such a wide boy? Are you such a wide boy? Yes, such a wide boy. Such a wide boy. Oh, hi Wrigley. Alright, so if you don't know about Softstar shoes, they're a pretty cool company. They're based in Oregon in the United States of America, and they make all of their shoes in a workshop there, and they are made by elves. So if you want some, magical shoes with mystical properties made by Oregonian forest elves, check these guys out. So the RunAmoc Primal is the basically kind of their it's kind of a standard type of shoe. Pretty good for casual, pretty good for even you could get away with it maybe in some business casual settings depending on your office. But this is a pretty great company. I've been pretty impressed with the shoe. I've worn it just this morning walking around a little bit, so this is kind of more of my initial impression of the shoe. So let's go over some of kind of what the specifications of this particular shoe are. I decided to get myself a custom shoe. This is not necessarily an inexpensive shoe, but I think it was like an extra 15 bucks. You could get some custom colors, and I really wanted to get exactly what I wanted out of this shoe, so I went with a nice acorn here, and then a nice green in the back, two of my favorite colors. And then usually I'm not a flashy guy. Usually I don't go for a lot of the pizzazz, but I decided that I'd branch out a little bit and really fly my freak flag. And so we've got this lovely kind of V-shaped yellow lightning bolt going through here. And I sort of think that this is reminiscent of like a lovely fall walk through the woods where you have the browns and the greens and then just the speckles of yellow just speckled about during the early fall. It's quite lovely. Anyway, the other thing that's pretty cool about these shoes is that they use a recycled bicycle tube for the toe cap here, so you can see. So it's you're getting a little bit of some upcycling there too. Not necessarily like the most groundbreaking way to reuse materials, but definitely something that's a nice touch. Nice tough material too. Bike tube tires. So the outer sole on it, they use a Vibram outer sole. This one's 5mm. You can get a 2mm also if you want that extra ground feel. The 5mm I think is a little bit more of a I think it's supposed to be a little bit more of an off-road type outer sole, so a little bit more traction. And actually compared to the Sparrow trail shoes that I have, notice that these get a little bit better grip. So definitely kind of worth doing that. The other thing is I went with the 5mm because it was a little bit on the costly side, and I definitely wanted to be sure that I was getting my money's worth out of the shoe, especially because it's not resolable, which kind of a bummer. But I can probably see how that might be difficult, since I think that all you would really do is kind of use one of the glues to put this bad boy back together. let's talk about kind of the main features of the shoe. So as you can tell, it has a meta rocker, and the midsole material is made out of a TPU. Wait, it doesn't have any of that stuff because this is a barefoot footwear. I'm still trying to figure out if you should say barefoot shoe, which makes no sense, or say something else. I'm gonna go with barefoot footwear. But the main sort of thing that you'll notice about this shoe is that this is a big wide boy. Probably can't even see any of my face right now. Where did I go? Here I am. Anyway, the shoe is quite wide. If you've got a wide foot, you are definitely going to be happy with this. And actually, if you have just sort of like an average foot, I think that you're really going to be pleased with the amount of room that you get in the toe box. The other thing is that it has this kind of interesting foot pad situation in the heel. And the first time I slid these things on, I sort of thought maybe I'd be stepping out of it a lot. But I've kind of found that more as I wear it, that this actually does a pretty great job of keeping my heel in place, and it actually sort of feels like it's forming kind of to my heel and Achilles area a little bit as well. And then the other thing about this shoe, aside from, I mean, it's wide. It's really wide. It's less a shoe and more like a foot mansion. And if you compare that to some of like the foot coffins that people are typically, told that they have to wear by the mainstream, foot coffin peddlers, then you know that's really kind of special, and something that I think is really nice about the shoe. So I haven't really been able to kind of like do all of the things that I usually like to do with this because I wanted to do it live here. So let's see what we get out of this when we try to bend this bad boy up. Oh yeah, oh, it's so bendy. Oh my goodness. Whoa, look. This is a delicious taco of a shoe. You're gonna really like it. And then if you want to make a taquito, also rolls up beautifully. You don't really get this out of, your New Balance or, an Asics or something like that. They're not gonna roll up like this. You try to do this with one of those things, it's just gonna fly across the room, just gone. Penny also loves this shoe. She thinks it's great. So how wide is it? It's super wide. It's really wide. You could definitely wear correct toes with this and have lots of room still. How wide is the shoe? It's super wide. You could wear correct toes with this, no problem. Have plenty of room still. And you're not going to be uncomfortable with that at all. I have not found a shoe that I can wear correct toes in, like even something like a Lems that I've had before. It just doesn't work, and the Swaros that I wear around also just doesn't quite work out. But this one you definitely can. And I mean, this thing is so wide. Like, you could fit several cans of like Campbell soup in this. You could fit your entire lunch in it if you needed to like take this to work and bring food with you also. I would definitely recommend it, like if you're going backpacking and you need like some extra space for like extra sleeping bags and stuff like that. If we have 4 or 5 sleeping bags in here, no problem. But how wide is it? Let's see. Checking out the widest part, and it's 59 inches wide. The widest part is about 5.5 inches, which this is a size 11. That is like twice as wide as my foot. So you could fit 2 of my feet into these pairs of shoes here. So yeah, other sort of impressions with it is, I definitely think that if you're looking for more ground feel, get that 2mm. You're probably going to sacrifice some durability, but that's sort of the trade-off that you have with something like this, where you know, you're looking for something that has a little bit more sensory experience, you're gonna have to kind of make that sacrifice, and maybe go through your shoes a little bit more often. I will say though that it's not quite as flexible as, you know, some of the trail running type shoes. I think that Vibram outsole makes it a little bit just sturdier. It's not stiff or anything. It's just not quite as flexible. I think that that'll probably change as I break it in a little bit. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to you know, having this shoe be in the old shoe rotation. And you know, check them out. Softstar shoes, great company. You know, American-made product, American-made shoes by artisans in Oregon. Like, it doesn't really get much better than that. So thank you for checking out my channel and the video, and see you again next time.